flight that has just arrived. This is our Honor Flight 9090 from Rochester, Minnesota, with 183 World War II.
Our first stop was the World War II Memorial.
How did it feel to have some people from this generation, take an interest in your generation?
That's good. We need to take interest in each generation. So it's important for you to remember us, just as important for us to remember you.
Hilton Verleen was drafted into the Army in 1943 when he was 19 years old. He was part of an anti-aircraft unit stationed at Leyte Gulf in the Philippines. His job was to command men who shot down Japanese planes. His unit shot down more than 137 enemy planes. When he tells this story, he notes that none of the Japanese pilots had parachutes. He knew those pilots were just as important in God's eyes as he and his fellow American soldiers were, but he was doing his job for his country. When he returned in 1946, he was awarded a Bronze Star for meritorious achievement in battle.
Got the Bronze Star?
It's not a big story. It's just for doing my job in the Philippines. And the Army was trying a new thing. We had 120 men. Usually they did that same job with 240. And so they thought it was pretty outstanding.
And what was your job?
My dad was running the show. And aircraft headquarters. There are officers, but the master sergeant in charge, he's the one that's there all the time and making the decisions, as a matter of fact.
And how old were you when you were doing that?
Oh, I was crowding 20 already.
You know, pretty much everybody you knew get drafted or sign up?
Everybody in our hub was drafted and assigned to this anti-aircraft unit. Didn't have any choices about where to go, but it was a great bunch of people mostly from the West, big share from California. But, just if you saw a group like that today, it'd be just ordinary people. Well, what's the future? I'm not in favor of the volunteer army. I think we should be still drafting. Now the politicians don't dare to touch it, and they don't want their kids going. But in World War II, all of America participated. The people at home too. Right now that's just not true. We're fighting two wars, and all kinds of people are either making money off it or not involved at all.
Right.
Wow.
I don't think we thought such a great deal about it, whether it was a right war, a wrong war, or a correct war. The United States was in war, and we needed to win it, and it was our duty and responsibility to do that. Everyone seemed to have a kind of inherent confidence and feeling toward their nation, not one that was talked about or thought about, at least in us young fellows, so seriously, but sort of the same obligation you have to share in the work when there's work to be done, and share in whatever else is kind of the responsibility of the times and the group. Can't say we went off feeling to be great national heroes or or feeling that we were going to do something overwhelming, but this was our job to do, and we were going to train well and go and do it. And when that was done, get home and get on with what next needed to be done.
Although the veterans of World War II don't think of themselves as heroes, 291,000 American soldiers made the ultimate sacrifice for their country and our freedom. The memorials in Washington help us remember their sacrifice and the gift of freedom they gave us through their service.
Sir, every 10th line has a dot to help you count.
Yeah, but what number?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking for line 50.
What's the last name?
Blanchfield, right here. Here it is, right here. Right here.
You want a rubbing of it?
You want to for us? Michael R. Blanchfield. That's him.
Yeah.
Here's the citation award.
Yeah.
He was with his group. I don't know from any. He saved 4 members of his team because he fell on a hand grenade and saved them all.
In July of 1945, my grandfather's unit received orders to join the invasion of Japan. But before his ship sailed, the United States dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima, and Japan surrendered. If the Americans had invaded Japan, my grandfather may never have returned from war, and my family's life would have been changed greatly. War doesn't just affect the soldiers who fight it. It shapes families, communities, and generations.